Good morning, everybody. Nafar Tuat. This is your host, Mahuta Nudima Kakadabdul El, and this is Right Knowledge Radio. Um, Wanted to have a special episode today before the call tomorrow. Um, there's a lot of hysteria going around. This brother Polight. I've never really met the brother, but they say he was a Nubian. I'm not sure. They said he was on the land. He got raised by Dr. York. I don't hear anybody who can corroborate this story. So, but I'm just gonna give my. Let me adjust my mic right here, y'all. Live from Arizona, live from Nuwabia. Okay. So, let's get the day first and Nuwabia first. So, this is Sanu Tamedin, year 80. Kubad Shil Ma'at, so the month of Ma'at. And this is Bu Uzbu Talah, third week. And Tashu Shil Nudimud, that is the day of Nudimud, which is the last day of every week. And it's the 15th day of the month. All right, so again, hope you guys are enjoying the music in the background. That's given to you by the master teacher and Nuwabians. This mic does not want to stay where it's supposed to stay, y'all. Okay, so I hope everybody's having a beautiful day out there. All the Moors, all the righteous and active Moors, whether Nuwabians or Americans, and Sabans. We all need to come together and strengthen our nations, our tribes, our clans, right? But anyway, I'm probably gonna have some harsh things to say because I'm a harsh speaking brother sometimes. But I got not only about Polight, but about black people, period, in the way that we talk. Well, I'm not gonna say we because I'm a Nuwabian. I'm sorry, man. I've separated myself from the Negro a long time ago, and I feel comfortable like that. I really do. Because people call me black, I correct them like right away. I don't give a damn because we live in a small town, and every white boys with Confederate flags, they call me black. I'm like, nope, I'm a Moor. Some of them know what it is, some don't. If they look like they don't, then I drop a little bit of information on them. But do not call me a color. I'm not a color. I'm part of the human family too, fool. And black ain't a part of the human family, right? So anyway, let's. I'm gonna lower the music a little bit more. Okay, I can see the mic levels look pretty good right there. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this dude named Polight. Now I really don't know who he is. I've seen him on Saw Nigga TV, where all the rest of the Negroes and niggas argue with each other about nothing, and are doing nothing to build a nation. So I don't pay attention. It don't bother me because I really don't know who these niggas are. And I'm saying niggas like not in a friendly term. I don't know who these niggas are. If I had respect for them, I would say I don't know who these men are. But since I really don't have respect for these dudes because the way that they talk and the way they talk to each other like dogs, like a dog's woofing at each other, I'm just gonna call them niggas, okay? Because that's what they are. They're a bunch of niggas, a bunch of black niggas. And maybe some Puerto Rican niggas in there who talk just as foul as the black niggas. So this dude Polight has interjected himself into the house of niggas, the house of consciousness, which I call the house of niggas. So these niggas are talking about Polight now. They're hating on him. Me, I'm like neutral. I really don't care, except that I heard reports of him scamming a lot of people. Excuse me. The brother been scamming a lot of people, and I definitely don't like that, because I'm an honest businessman. You give me something, I give you something of value. You know what I mean? I don't do strongman paperwork, and I know Polight does a lot of strongman paperwork, because I'm from LA. So people that I know in LA have gone to his classes and have told me about it. I'm like, oh man, that's a scam. That strongman trying to teach about the strongman, that's all a scam. all a scam. And the funny thing is that came from a racist, it came from a racist man named Roger Elvick, who's part of a white supremacy anti-government group. So anybody teaching, especially if you're a melanated person, or if you're one of these niggas, if you're teaching that, you've gone past retardedness to me. You haven't done enough research, and supposedly Polight's pretty smart. So why are you teaching a racist ideology to your own people? The straw man. If you read any case law about the straw man, go to High Frequency Radio. Well, it used to be on highfrequencyradionetwork.com with this other brother named Yusuf El, who also does a little scamming work, but he also does some legitimate work too. As far as his research, the brother's articulate. He knows a lot about law. I'll give him that. He knows a lot about law. I learned from him until I found out about the scam. But that goes to say that if you read some of this case law, which he has on the website, just aforementioned, the brother does have some case laws where the judge will say, well, this is not law. All this strong, this or the secret bank account, that's not law. It's all pseudo law. Then I asked the brother, Yusuf, okay, well, show me a law that supports the straw man theory. And he went into they'll never show you, started throwing Bible verses at me. I said, oh, so you're scamming people. You're trying to make it seem like it's legit, but you're scamming. So that's that. That's how I kind of woke up to this, the straw man theory. And people making a lot of money, giving seminars. It's kind of like the real estate education scam with Robert Kiyosaki, Donald Trump, Than Merrill. These people are giving you education on real estate, and they're asking you to pay $70,000 to go to their school, and then you don't make no money. You don't even flip any houses. It's a scam, y'all. Some scams are legal in the United States. Did you know that? Some scams are legal. That's why people never get arrested. That's why Polight never got arrested, because the scam is real. He gave you something in exchange, but it wasn't anything of substance. So people have to learn to get something that you can actually use in your life. Not, I'm going to pay for this and pay for that, and automatically it's going to happen. No. You're paying for the education. It's like you going to one of these Tamahu universities. You know what I'm saying? And you pay money. I'm going to be a PhD in this, or PhD in arts and crafts and stuff like that. And you think you're guaranteed a job. No, the only thing you're guaranteed is the education, not the job. See, the job is something totally different. The job market is in contractual law. It's totally different. So yes, you're guaranteed the education. You're not guaranteed the wealth and riches. You're not even guaranteed a job. That's on you. So let's get back to Brother Polight, okay? Brother Polight supposedly the report. I mean, there's a bunch of videos out. That's why I decided to kind of do it too. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of decided to do that just to give our connection with Brother Polight, which there is none, right? We represent the United Nawabi Nation of Moors. Period. That's what we do. We're Nawabians. That's what our life is. Take it or leave it, right? I saw Nigga TV, this other nigga, talk about Polight and tried to connect Polight to Dr. York. He said, "Oh, that's why we don't mess with York, because he endangers the babies." Look, I'm gonna tell you something about black people and niggas, okay? The nigga was meant to destroy himself and to destroy his own community. That's why you see black people always living in poverty, always living in the projects, always begging for money on the street, on dope, on crack, talking like a damn animal, not even talking like a man. Saying, "Oh, nigga, fuck this, fuck hoe ass niggas." And a grown man does not talk like that. A grown man who wants respect, trust me, does not. I'm a professional. I was an IT engineer. Imagine if I went into my job talking like that. Oh, hoe ass nigga. They wouldn't even let me in the door. They say, nigger, get the hell out of here, you nigger. You think I could walk in the door talking like a damn monkey and get respect? That's why I don't even watch that stuff. You got to separate yourself. If you're a Moor, you got to separate yourself from these niggas or blacks or Negroes or whatever, porch monkey, whatever they want to call themselves, because they call themselves all types of names. You're culturally different. Yes, genetically, you are the same, but culturally, as Nubians, I'm different. I'm different. And that's why I'm coming out with a book. I ain't gonna tell you what the title is, but I've gone through the evolution. Because I used to talk like that too. I was young in California, LA, talking crazy like that too. My dad always looked at me like, I didn't raise you to talk like that. And he's right. He didn't raise me to talk like that. My dad moved out of Compton. We moved to the suburbs. I've never grown up in the hood. But I used to go back to my grandma's house in Compton, and our family didn't talk like that. Maybe my cousin Ronald did because he was from Long Beach and he was crippin'. But even my cousin Ronald didn't talk like that when he came around the family. We always talk with respect because that's where my grandparents raised us. It don't matter where you at, you always get raised with class. And you operate as a man and you speak as a man and you get respect as a man. Not talking like a damn monkey, but talking as a god, as a man, like Dr. Malachi Z. York did. Right? He was the perfect prototype. Everybody should strive to be like Dr. York. I'm saying it right now. Everybody should strive to be like, he is the prototype. He's the model of purity. All right? I'm saying it right now. I know on the Owls of Patmos tapes, Dr. York tried to be modest about it. He's although the Sunnah of Muhammad. He talked about that's why it took off so fast, right? He said that's why Islam took off so fast because everybody tried to be like the Prophet. A lot of people strayed, tried to write their own hadiths and lie and stuff like that. But for the most part, that's why it took off. I'm instituting, or I'm suggesting, right, that everybody be like Dr. York. I'm hearing brothers on different, like on the Pamus Batu channel, y'all ain't even trying to be like the pure one. Al-Khidir, Mari Utu, right? Melchizedek. Y'all not even trying to be like him. You're not even putting in the effort. So-called elders ain't even putting in the effort. All right, I'm going off here, but it's valid, and I got righteous anger, right? Okay, so going back to Polight, right? Polight is known for pulling scams. That's his reputation, y'all. He's known for pulling scams. Is he a bad person? I heard he grew up rough without his parents. My sympathies. I'm empathetic toward that. However, that's not the green light. That doesn't give you a green light to rip people off. What happened in your life, that was your parents' fault. They made a mistake. And unfortunately, the children do suffer the parents' mistakes. Now, does that give the brother the right to go out and rip everybody off? Hell no, it doesn't. Absolutely not, it doesn't. So I have no sympathy for that. The people you ripped off, I heard thousands of victims that's how we got rich. They got to put the links together. That's how we got rich. He says I'm a multimillionaire, which in these days and time, that's not really even a lot of money. So I'm gonna let you listen to this video. This is on. I'm a big up the brother's channel right here. This is from Forgotten Kings TV 2.0. And you're going to hear about Polight, the supporters. The brother got supporters, which is good. You know what I'm saying? You need emotional support in this day and time. Everybody does, even the United Nawabi Nation of Moors. So, Right Knowledge Radio. So, we're going to listen to this audio clip that I'm going to play on YouTube, and then I'm going to narrate on it. I'm going to give my opinion. I'm saying our, but it's my opinion on this. You know what I'm saying? What I'm about to play right now. So hold on real tight.
Brothers and sisters that called me to just show me so much love and support. And so I did this live stream not for the detractors. I have nothing to prove to the people that's talking crazy. I did this live stream for my good brothers and sisters who automatically is like, yo, I'm rocking with you. I love you. I don't give a damn, this, that, and the third. I just want you all to understand that if there's any legal issue that I'm dealing with, it doesn't behoove me to speak on it at this hour because I have a defense team, plural, probably the best in the goddamn country, may I add, but I have a defense.
Okay, so he says he has the best defense team in the country. Okay, that's not true. I don't know the brother, and I don't know how much money he's making. But if you only made a couple, like I said, a couple $1,000,000, that's not a lot of money, y'all. I know for the blacks growing up in poverty, that's a lot of money, right? A multi-million. That's a lot of money. I was an IT engineer for 12 years. I made $130,000 a year, right? And now I don't even make that much money, but I'm way more happier and I know myself a lot more and I know who I am now. Um, I know who my people are and I know who my people aren't. And and I'm gonna tell you this. This is an old saying, you know what I'm saying? When we were evoluting ourselves from blacks to Moors. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Let me say it one more time, because black people be acting like we ain't tribal people. That's what the Caucasoid put in you, or the Adamite put in you. We are tribal people, and it's based on nationhood and tribalhood. It's not based on just skin color. That's why you see so many black people turning on each other because they're not of the same culture. They don't think alike. They just got they just have melanated skin and curly hair. And some melanated people don't have curly hair, like my grandmama, who's a Cherokee, Aniuwea. She was extremely dark with straight hair. Okay, so that's that. But most nine-ether beings have curly hair. So, but all skin folk ain't kinfolk, and he says he has the best lawyers in the country. That's all ego talking right there. That's all ego. And I think what Brother Polight is doing, he's reminiscing on the good times because he knows in the near future, there ain't going to be no good times. You're going to have to go to court. It's going to be emotionally draining. They're going to dig into your life, man. This is what the discovery process and the trial is about. They're going to dig into your life to where people are going to be commenting like on your penis and stuff like that. That's how personal it gets, and it's put out in the public. So we're going to learn a lot about Brother Polight in this trial. And it's going to go to trial unless he just pleads out guilty and serves 10 years, which I don't see the brother doing because he got a pretty big ego, right? And his circumstance ain't the same as the master teacher's. You know what I'm saying? The master teacher had the FBI after him. His own son turned him in because he blamed him for his mother's death, and he wouldn't give him money to make monkey music, right? To make black monkey music, basically, to make nigga music. So Dr. York did the right thing there. We love the master teacher for keeping it pure and giving us a path to walk on. So Polight, he might have one good lawyer, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, if he only made a couple $1,000,000, you ask O.J. Simpson how much money he paid his lawyers in the trial. He paid over multi-millions. Because OJ got money. Well, he had money back then. OJ got money. Magic Johnson got money. Mark Zuckerberg got money. Bill Gates got money. Warren Buffett got money. The master teacher had tens of millions. Polight, compared to them people, he's broke. Because he's comparing himself to niggas in the hood. He's not comparing himself to people on his level. Especially in LA and Hollywood and Beverly Hills. You're broke. Nigga, you are broke. So you better have the best lawyers in the country, but you can't afford them. Right? But the ego won't allow him to be humble. So he's like, I got the best lawyers in the goddamn country. Might I add. It's just the tone in which he said it is very egotistical. And the brother basically sold his soul for money. Now, did he do it? Let's move into, did he do it? I don't know. I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But the police got a report. Polight was arrested in February. So he's been sitting in the tank for a minute. He's been sitting in the tank for a minute until they found the DNA evidence. And then they charged him. And then he posted bail. Then he posted bail the other day. That's how this whole thing got out. Because, you know, he has you could look up his court record now. He has a court case, a number. I don't know if he has a date. But at the same time, um, he's in the system now for allegedly raping a 14-year-old girl. Now, we haven't heard from the mother or the daughter. You know, she's probably traumatized or she gonna fake like she traumatized. You know, I'll give Polight the benefit of the doubt. But the police have resources way beyond Brother Polight. Way beyond. I mean, they're getting in Miami, they're probably getting like $50 million a year for salaries, you know, for I don't know, to run the administration of the police. So compared to $50 million, Polight's broke. He might have 2 or 3 mil. He's broke. He's broke, right? Compared to people that's equal to him in that same money bracket, he's broke. So the police have way more resources and power and influence than Polight. Polight's only good in the House of Nigga community. You know what I'm saying? The Negro community. He's big over there, but the Negro community ain't got no power. They're just some niggas talking about nigga stuff and hating on other niggas or other Moors, right? That's what Saw Nigga TV. That's they all gather around Saw Nigga TV because that's the house of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Where they bark at each other all the time, right? So that's what they do. That's what niggas do. I know because I used to be one, right? But then I evoluted myself, you know, through right knowledge, right wisdom, right understanding, and now I use sound right reasoning, right? Not perfect, but I've evoluted myself from Negro to Moor, right? So what I'm saying is the dude, and let's put back on a little music here. What I'm saying is this dude got his beginnings, his humble beginnings, from connecting himself to the United Nawabian Nation of Moors. I don't know who could really vouch for him being on the land. Maybe I haven't seen the video. I'm not saying he was there or wasn't. You know what I mean? I don't really know. I don't really know who this dude is. And to new Nawabians, they won't know who he is except from Saw Nigga TV. You know, they won't know who this dude is. You know what I mean? So, and I heard him in another video talking about, oh, my kids will be millionaires. I'm like, but if you look at it, if you look toward the future, you can see the omen, right? I forgot the Nawabic name for it, but you can see the omen. Based on Polight's actions and accusations, his reputation is already done. It's already tarnished. It's over. His life as we know it may be over because it's going to trial. The Miami-Dade, they're not going to give up on it. They're not going to drop the case. So he's going to trial. If this little girl and the medical examiner testify against Polight, it's over. It is, I'm telling you right now, it is over. And his girlfriend, this is his girlfriend's daughter, right? So this is kind of weird. Is he being set up? Maybe. Anything's possible. But the way it's looking, he's not really saying anything in his defense about the specific allegations against him. He's talking about money and in the last 3 years, I lived my whole life in the last 3 years, which we know is false. You cannot live your life in 3 years, right? That's physically and logically impossible. Again, using sound right reason. You don't live your life in 3 years. Now, what happened was he had a hot streak for 3 years. We made a lot of money and maybe he ripped a lot of people off. You know what I'm saying? So he's cherishing these 3 years, which I get it. You know, some years in your life are better than others. I get it. But to be so egotistical to say, I lived my life better than in the last 3 years, better than other people lived their entire lives, is very egotistical. That's where I got no love for the brother. He's just an egotistical maniac. He's not connected to the Nawabians at all, in my opinion. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, in that fact, I got no love for Polight, right? Because he just used Dr. York's name He tried to come up with his own language, of course, using Nuwapic as his base, just like a lot of other people do, like the dude in Canada who's screaming white power. His name is Sean something with the Oxycontin Nation. It's all bull crap. The only thing that's real is the United Nawapi Nation of Moors. That's the only thing that's real, right? And so Polight is one of these spin-off guys from the nation, and he's talking about. I seen it. Well, I wanted to talk about that. Well, maybe later. Maybe I'll put a segment in later and we can talk about that. So, I hope you guys are enjoying the music in the background. We are talking about Brother Polight. Is he connected with the nation? No. Did he commit these crimes? I don't know, but it's looking very bad. It's looking horrible for this brother. I think based on the allegations that the police made and the witness statements that they took, he gonna be serving at least about 10 to 15. About your statutory rape, 10 to 15, and whatever other charges they're throwing on. I'm pretty sure they always like to throw additional charges. He may be serving about 15 to 20. So his life is probably over. It's probably over, right? Now I don't want his life to be over, but I didn't make the decision to take a young girl to a hotel and give her alcohol. Now, is that true? I don't know. I wasn't there. But what I'm saying, it just looks horrible for this brother. It looks horrible, but then I don't have that much sympathy for him because he ripped a lot of people off to get rich. And he tried to use the nation's name and Dr. York's name to enrich himself. That's where I'm like, well, maybe you got coming what you got coming from what you put out in the universe. It comes back. You know, the Sachem, it comes back, man. That power you put out, the power is going to come back. You know, it's your own personal evolutionary and revolutionary cycle. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Now, I played a clip from Forgotten Kings TV 2.0. You know what I'm saying? So, we're going to listen to more of what Polight has to say on here. Now, the title is called Brother Polight Goes Off on Fans, Canceling Him After Reports of Recent Charges in Miami. Now, you know, fans do jump to the conclusion, but any female is definitely going to feel what this little girl is saying. Right? Because I'm sure the police, let's put it this way, the police aren't going to put in their report that the mother said this, and the timeline of events that the police put together. They're not going to make all of that up without getting input from witnesses and victims. It's just not. They might have some details missing, or they may even manipulate based on negative energy. But not the whole thing. The whole thing, no. So, and you could tell by the brother's ego that he might try to take a 14-year-old girl who looks good. Maybe she got some body. Because I remember when I was staying in Ontario, California, and I was coming home from work one day, there was this Mexican girl. She was bad. She was crossing to go to high school. She had the body of like a 24-year-old woman, man. I was like, damn. But I knew not to touch it because I ain't trying to go to prison. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to go. I don't give a damn how good she looked. I'm not going to prison over a young girl, over a young underage girl in this Tamahu society. Hate to say it. I'm not going in like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do it. You know, there's plenty of women who were legal that look just as good as her, especially in California. It's like Baskin Robbins. It's like 31 flavors. You got it from all cultures. So there's no need to stress over this one girl. I know Polight lives in California now, but he didn't grow up, so he ain't got that Cali player mentality. That's right. He's trying to wear the glasses like Magic Don Juan or wear the hats. He's been influenced by LA. We get it. We turned him out. You know, LA turned him out, but he didn't know how to play the game, and that's why he's going to court over, rape, of a 14-year-old girl. Like, that's not good, my dude. And you ain't got money like Cosby, Cosby got like $1 billion. You ain't got money like that, dude. You can't be messing around here making mistakes. You slipping, player. That's what the Crips and Bloods call it in LA. You slipping. You slipping, cuz. So this brother got caught slipping big time, way out of bounds. Way out of bounds. And so he's not as smart as he appears to be. Now the master teacher says, don't go anywhere where you can't bring your children. Don't go anywhere where you cannot bring your children. So if you're a Nawabian, and that's in the UNNM Family Guide, then you would have known, maybe I shouldn't take this young girl to a hotel, which I could pretty bet that happened. Because I bet you the police went to the hotel manager and said, did you have Michael Nowak, because that's his government name, check into this hotel at this time, and did he check out at this time? If they confirm those times, which they probably did, and that's why it went in the police report, that's just horrible, right? That's horrible. And then the alcohol part, brother Polight, come on, man. Come on, man. He lost the path. He lost the path. He lost the path. Now you got to serve. Now you got to serve the time for losing the path. You fell off the path and you went with Shaitan. Now you're doing devilish stuff, like you're praising money over knowledge. Money. When did it become money over knowledge or wisdom? What teaching is this? What teachings are you following? Whose path are you walking on? Or you just like to talk fast and talk about certain what you think are intellectual subjects. But obviously you're not that intellectual if you're getting caught in a hotel with a 14-year-old girl, giving her alcohol and trying to stick your penis down her mouth. Okay? You're not that smart then. Because there are some fine sisters in LA. Fine. I know, because I dated them. I made love to them. I know. They fine. I'm talking about from a 1 to 10, they like a 15. You couldn't hook up with a woman your age? Why don't you get caught up with a woman your age and they couldn't say nothing? Oh, okay, she's like 25. Okay, no, he's good. He's good. Oh, 14? Oh, okay, put the handcuffs on this nigga. He going to prison. Simple as that. So life is based on the decisions that you make based on your willpower, going back to the man from Planet Risk, right? He talks about will and the power to choose. So it's not really about how intellectual you are. It's really how loyal you are to the master teacher. That's what is or loyal to the things that he taught. He tried to give us laws on family. The pataraks are good, even though that's not implemented in the Wabian way of life. They're still good for Sabans, and it's good to listen to, period. Right? Right. So the brother just fell off the path, y'all. And we could have sympathy for the brother because he made the wrong decisions. Maybe he grew up very poor, and even though he heard Dr. York and he tried to repeat some of the things Dr. York said, he tried to, talk real fancy and about intellectual debates on Saw Nigga TV in front of the niggas. But when you're talking in front of Nawabi and Moors, it's a different story. Somebody would probably challenge you. Somebody would challenge Polight if he spoke in front of Sabians and Moors automatically, because I would have challenged him, right? So he got away with it because he was speaking in front of a bunch of ignorant niggas. That's how he got so famous. He was speaking in front of niggas. He wasn't speaking in front of Moors, because Moors are part of the human family. Niggas live in poverty. They live in poverty, especially, I'm talking about American niggas. Now you got people who live in tribes in Nubia that are poor, but at least their culture is still intact. They still speak their own language. They still dress in their cultural dress, ceremonies, rituals. These people have kept, even though they're poor, they kept their culture intact. The American nigga don't have a culture. His culture is whatever the white man or the British Caucasoid says his culture is. It's like, nigga, you're gonna believe in Jesus. You're gonna fight other niggas to the death for the entertainment of Caucasoids. We're not gonna teach you how to read, write, or speak properly. Like, and this is what you see on Saw Nigga TV. This is the way they talk. These dudes are supposed to be intellectuals talking about whole ass niggas and really? Wow, the black people are lost. Come over to this Nawabian side so you can learn to be a human being again and have culture, okay? But this is what Polight fell into, right? I'm looking at it right now. He got a hat and some wannabe Magic Don Juan lenses, right? He's trying to be a pimp from LA. I know, I'm from there. I grew up about 20 miles from LA, near Pomona, West Covina, Covina, you know what I'm saying? Walnut, Rolling Heights. Peace to all the my Asian friends out there. Peace to all the Mexican homies, and peace to all the brothers out there. Y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? So that's only like 15, 20 minutes from LA. It's still LA County. We used to go to LA all the time, right? And we used to see brothers dressed with the brims, with the night, with the slick suits on. They was pimping. We actually seen them out there pimping, right? And I see Polight trying to act just like that, but he ain't no pimp. He's a wannabe pimp, right? He's a wannabe, right? Because no pimp, no hoe would turn on a pimp and potentially put him in prison for 10 to 15 years. Hoes is loyal to their pimps, right? So brother Polight trying to live a lifestyle. I feel embarrassed for him. I feel embarrassed for him, and I know I got to get in his business because it's what he's been accused of. But like I said, when you put yourself out in the public, you're gonna be loved, criticized, or hated. Those are the only three things that's gonna happen. And the nigga community, I said, is meant to destroy, right? And niggas were jealous of Polight. They were very jealous of him. He got all this. They think he got all this money, all this power, and this fake power that he got from mainly pulling scams. And now everybody found out about the arrest and what he got arrested for. They're gonna hate on you bad, brother. You know that. It was all good, like Jay-Z said. It was all good just a week ago. You know what I'm saying? It was all good just a week ago. See, these are the ups and downs of life, and those who are able to sustain could wear the crown of life. Now, we'll see if brothers can this survive this. At least he said he got some lawyers. He don't have the best in the country, but he got some lawyers that help him. He ain't gonna beat these charges. I'm telling you right now, he's gonna serve some time. He put himself in a compromised position. The brother will serve some time. This nigga will serve some time. I damn near put the land on it. I put the land on it that he will serve some time. You know what I'm saying? Unless he convinces the girl and her mother, which is, I guess, his ex-girlfriend now, to drop the whole thing. I'll give you such and such money just to drop this whole thing because the police can't work without the victims testifying. That's Brother Polight's best move. That's his best move. Hey, you know what, girl? Man, I made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? If I chip you off 1.5, will you drop the whole thing? That I'm telling you, that's his best move. That's his. If his lawyers ain't talking like that, they ain't talking. They're not talking, because if they testify and they corroborate he was at this location at this time with this girl, and then the girl said this happened, and then these physical injuries to her mouth, which they're saying that the police are saying that happened, like he tried to force it. You know what I'm saying? He's done. Like a T-bone steak, baby. You stick a fork in him at night, he gonna cut. Ooh, so tender. He gonna cut so tender. So this is what it is for Polight. I imagine the nigga probably can't really sleep at night now, because everything he scammed to get, is about to crumble. And he keeps talking about his children. Now his children don't have nothing to do with this, but unfortunately, Just like Polight paid for his parents' mistake, his children gonna pay for his mistake, right? Because your reputation lives on long after you die. And I know he can't see this right now because of the ego. It's blinded him. He can't see this right now. But his children will not always be children. They will be adults. They get up in age, 18, when they become legal adults. And if they still have the money, right? He says, my children will be millionaires. Cool. They have money. They're going to be like, how you get that money? Oh, my dad left it. Who's your dad? Michael Nowak, he was known as Polight. Oh, the dude, the nigga that raped that girl? That's exactly what they're going to remember this nigga as. Oh, the dude who pulled scams and raped that girl? You don't want your children to be even associated with that. You don't even want your kids to be associated with, not kids, because kids is the baby goat, right? You don't want your offspring, your progeny, to be associated with that. I'm telling you, your reputation is worth more than money, because you can't get no money if you have a bad reputation. I know he can't see this right now, and hopefully he pays off his ex-girlfriend and her daughter, so he will not have to go to court. That's the best thing he could possibly do, man. That's the best thing the brother could do. I'm telling you, because the court system, once you're even accused and you come to trial accused of rape, the judge is not going to give you no goddamn slack. None. And neither will the jury. They going to give you no slack, brother. None. No slack. None. I'm telling you, the brother ain't going to get no love. And especially if they put a black woman up there, she gonna hate on you like a mug. She gonna hate on you, bruh. She is gonna hate on you. If you get a sister up there, she gonna hate on, because the Negro woman will put you down. The black woman will put you down. The sisters will hate on you bad. And y'all know what I'm talking about. She will hate on you bad. Now, there's a couple of sisters out there who will get your back no matter what, but if you grew up in the hood, niggas will just hate on you. Hate. And that's what Polight is about to face. So he'll have to have the best attorneys in the world to get out of this one. Because once the facts are established, there's not much your attorney, your defense lawyer could do except try to cross-examine and try to trip up the witness to try to get her to discorroborate her story. But best to even avoid court and just pay homegirl off. Now let's listen to what Polight's gonna say.
That I would be circumventing or undermining their ability to render the services that they are obligated to fulfill on my behalf by speaking. So I know in the world of YouTube court, if something happened, just talk about it. But in the legal world, it don't work like that. In the legal world, when you got a legal defense team and things have been said, you just allow the things that have been said to be said, and that just gets dealt with accordingly. You don't open your mouth, you don't speak. So what I will say is my defense team will be putting out a statement on my behalf, perhaps even an interview, and they'll get it in. But out of respect to the people that love and support me, not the trolls. We know who you are. The second you hear something bad about me, you do videos. You see all the good going on, you don't do nothing. I thought you died. You heard something bad? I'm like, oh, they resurrected, they're alive. You think they're watching you because they're concerned with you. You think they're watching you. You think those views you getting, oh man, they love what I'm doing. Start talking about yourself again and see how many people listen to you. When you talk about me, they listen to you. It gotta really fucking hurt. You hate me, but you know what? You need me because you monetize those shit. If you hate me so much, don't make money off of my name. Don't collect money talking about.
Okay, now he's getting into his defense team. He really shouldn't even be talking as much as he's talking right now. Because I'm telling you, the prosecutors will twist your words. And that's why they say anything that you say can be used in a court of law. Anything. So he don't really think what he's saying is damaging him. And I don't know if it's damaging him either. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a prosecutor. But those prosecutors will find what you say, and I guarantee you they've seen this video, or they will see this video. And he's trying to talk on all these different platforms. I would just shut the hell up. I wouldn't say nothing. I would just say I didn't do it. Boom, that's it. But see, the ego can't get you to shut up. It's the ego that pushes you on. Oh, I got the best damn before. It's the ego and the ability to not humble yourself. It's these illusions of the world that Polight became in the world and not. Oh, he became of the world. He's just not in the world, but he became a manufactured product of illusions, right? So, yeah, your lawyers are going to put out a statement. Every lawyer puts out a statement and a charge this big. I mean, O.J. Simpson's lawyers put out a statement. I mean, but your lawyers aren't as good as O.J.'s. At least O.J. got found innocent, but he had the best. He spent, I think they said O.J. spent like $10 to $15 million on that all-star defense team. Polight don't have money like that, y'all. He ain't going to be able to do it. So I'm telling you, but he does have enough money to shut the mom up. Look, take this 1.5 million. Let's not even go to court. Let's not do it. Because see what the prosecution is going to do, they're going to use his character against him. That's what they're going to do. Oh, I got the best damn defense lawyers in the country. All that egotism, when they bring this up in court, and they probably will, they'll be like, well, look how egotistical he is. You don't think he thought he should have sex with this 14-year-old girl, that this girl owes him something because I'm Polight. You should want to have sex with me. I'm Brother Polight. I'm telling you, man. I haven't messed with no girl, but like that. And I haven't been accused of rape and all that stuff. But child support is not the same as that, not nearly as messed up as the situation that this brother's in. I mean, I don't know if reality's hit him yet, but he's been sitting in the tank for a couple months. But we're just now hearing about it, But all these things about money, this is what got the brother in trouble in the first place. And then he was trying to get love from niggas who ain't got no love from nobody. That's why you went on Salt Nigga TV. You could have chose a different venue to go to get popular. Because it's all about, he sold his soul to get popular, right? But you can't trust the devil. You can't trust the black devil, Saul Netter. He's a black devil. You can't trust that dude, man. Putting all that negative energy into you, and now you pulling scams and raping girls, and not much positivity coming from the image of Polight right now. Not much positivity coming. And it's not like Polight is some freedom fighter. He ain't Malcolm X. He ain't Martin Luther King. He ain't Dr. York. He's not the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He's not Louis Farrakhan. You know what I'm saying? He's not President Nelson Mandela. You know what I'm saying? He's just a nigga who pulls scams. That's what he did. That's how he got money. That's how he got money. They started dating little white girls, and he lost his way. It's okay. He lost his way. It's okay. So let's listen to more of what he has to say about, he talked about trolls. I mean, you gonna start bitching and crying about trolls now? But when it was all good, trolls weren't a problem. But see, when it's all bad, and you see your future just slip away, now you want to blame the trolls. Now you want to talk about the trolls. Now you want to talk about the niggas hating on you. But niggas have been hating on you. But you gave them the opportunity to just pounce on you. Kind of like what they did to Dr. York. And they say that they got DNA evidence that he came on her shirt, right? They got no DNA evidence against Dr. York. None. And people and the girls that testified against Dr. York, they all recanted their testimony. You know, they had the court date on Martin Luther King's birthday. They sealed all the court records. Now, if the judge Ashley Royals ain't got nothing to fear, why are you sealing the court records? So hopefully Sister Tabajet can get those unsealed because we need to see what happened. Anyway, let me keep playing this audio.
Me. Don't put advertisements in your YouTubes. If you hate me so much, don't make money off of my name.
It's all about money. It's all about money.
Real talk.
But you made money off of Dr. York's name, right? And the names of the Wahabians. So much. Right.
But you know, I'm blessed and highly appreciative of everybody that shows love and support. But like I said, this stream is not for the detractors and for the trolls. This stream is for the people that really show me love. I want them to understand, if they haven't taken it into consideration, that it's not in my best interest to speak about any specific parts or details of anything. Any allegations that's been made. It's not in my best interest. You know, you don't
yeah, man,
drop
don't
a bag
talk about that
because to work
they
on your
will
behalf
use it against
so
you in
can
court.
Circumvent their abilities so you can jump right in. If you think I don't want to go all the way in and say things and represent myself a certain way, then you're bugging. But there's instances in time where you have to fall back. Sometimes when I talk to my publicist, I want to do stuff a certain way, and he'd be like, no, you can't do it that way. And what the hell did I hire him for? Now, I got my own opinions. I formulate my own views. But at the same rate, it's a team effort. So if somebody is in your corner that specializes in that which you're discussing, sometimes you have to exercise a certain level of humility, because that's what they're in your corner for. You can't bow down and subject yourself to the world of public opinion.
Well, you have to bow down to the okay, if public opinion rose you up, right? Your reputation, supposedly you're this intellectual guy who had connections to Dr. York, which is all questionable and probably not true. And so if you take the good, then you got to take the bad. So if you got rich off Saw Nigga TV and you guys got some cultish connection going on, every time you need more fans or whatever, you go right to Saw Nigga TV, right? Now people on Saw Nigga TV is turning against you, right? But you always knew these niggas were snakes. So why would you try to hang around snakes hoping that they were as graceful as the lamb? It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And there's no honor amongst thieves. So even thieves will steal from each other. So this dude just made a bunch of horrible mistakes because of money. And it's not even money. Cash is his currency. It loses its value every day. Every time they print money, the Federal Reserve, you're losing money. So if you don't have your money tied up into a hard asset like land, gold, cattle, cars, trucks, trailers, things that can make money and move and logistically be able to live self-sufficiently, water, access to water, that's wealth. These little green dollars that with a white man's name on, that's not really a lot of wealth. Though you do need it because that's how they set up the system. You need to immediately take those dollars and invest in hard assets, not the stock market. Stock market's a bunch of crap. It could be manipulated. Hard assets cannot. A hard asset, you can't manipulate that. I can only gain money really from a hard asset that I fully own outright. If you're paying mortgage, you don't own that asset. What you have is bifurcated title and trust, right? You have legal title, which belongs to the trustee, and then you could have beneficiary rights, which are monetary rights to whatever is sold after the loan or the lien is paid off, right? So this brother lived an illusion. This is a perfect example of why you should be an AIMOM, so you could see the illusion of what someone will go through, right? He's talking about his supporters. I mean, but what value have you given your supporters? Are your supporters as rich as you are? Are your supporters at least wealthy? Are they doing good? How much money have they made on their investments that they made with you? Okay, so now we have see once you put it out in public opinion, I have a right to say all this stuff because I'm trying to discover who this dude is. I really don't know him except for, like I said, Saw Nigga TV. I don't know who this dude is. So I have, since you put yourself out in the public, I can question you. I can question you. You put your, like the master teacher put himself out in the public to be questioned. So now I can question Polight and everything that he's saying. So let's keep it going.
and compromise the integrity of the mission that people are in your corner to fulfill. So time will tell. I promise you that. Time will tell what's going on. I'm very confident in the people that represent me, and it's going to work out. But again, this is not for people that hate me. This is not for the trolls. So if you're disappointed, see, he ain't say this, he ain't say that. It's because it's not for you. So get out of here because it's not for you. You can cry and complain all you want. But for intelligent people will understand, yo, he's right. You don't go on YouTube and start attempting to outline this point and that point. No, that's not the court.
But your whole career was made off of YouTube. So the brother, he's probably going through some things right now. He's kind of lashing out at people who he thought that had his back or loved him. And now he's kind of, using, I mean, if if you're going to use YouTube, use it. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to bash YouTube now when you use YouTube to get rich. I mean, that doesn't, to me, that's an oxymoron and it's hypocritical. But usually people will talk in hypocritical terms when they feel some type of guilt or when they're caught up in something. They'll become a hypocrite, because there's really no other reason to become a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? So if you use YouTube and Saw Nigga TV, the specific channel, to get famous and build this reputation as supposedly being this intellectual, well, you're not that smart getting caught up in this situation, right? You can't be that smart to get caught up in this situation. You can't be. You just and it comes down to just basic things. It's not about how many books you read, but what you get out of the books that you read, right? So what he's done is he's pushed himself, or he's backed himself into a corner where you just can't win. You can't win on YouTube because a lot of people, there's like 50 different videos of people popping up with channels, like new channels. And my channel's kind of fairly new too, right? It's been around for like 6-7 months. But this is a national channel, by the way, under the United Nawapi Nation of Moors. So a lot of people, yes, are making money off Polight's misery right now. He's right. They are. And is that right? No, it is not right. It's not right to make, but you know the type of people that you're dealing with. He knew it. He knew the type of people that he's dealing with. You're dealing with niggas. Niggas hate. And black women love to gossip about you. Black women love to gossip. Love to gossip. So they ain't gonna stop talking about this. You can forget it, Brother Polight. You should have prevention is always the best medicine. Prevention. Prevent obesity. Prevent these things from happening. Now, what the master teacher went through, he couldn't prevent that because Jacob York, he was the FBI agent. Just like the dude in Judas and the Rise of the Black Messiah, and he took down Fred Hampton. He helped take down Fred Hampton. That dude's a devil. He committed suicide. He should have committed suicide because he's a bastard. You know what I'm saying? He's a bastard. He's not even a man doing what you did to Fred Hampton, brother. So you should have committed suicide. Good job, because we don't need brothers like you around. We do not need brothers like that around, man. That movie broke my heart, y'all. It just broke my heart, man. Just and the brother Fred Hampton was, yeah, he was against the system, but he was providing for his people, schools, um, free lunch program, babysitting program. I mean, the brothers in Chicago had it going on. He clicked up with the Crowns, even with Confederate white folks. They were behind him, against the pigs, and J. Edgar Hoover was just a racist. Like the FBI is just a racist organization. I mean, now you're too black. You're too black now. Black identity extremism. What kind of crazy nonsense is this? You're too human. You're an extreme human. We're gonna put you on the human identity list now. Really? This is how insane these crackers are. That's how insane they are. You're too purple. Purple identity extremism. Are you serious? And they put one of I forgot the brother's name. He was in Texas. He believed in the Second Amendment. And is that too believing is or not believing, enforcing the Second Amendment? That's extreme. That's basic. It's in the Constitution. The FBI can't read. Okay, so who knows? Who knows, man? Who knows what's really going on? But Brother Polight, he messed up big time. And, we've all messed up in our lives. Nobody's perfect. We've all messed up. And leave it up to a woman to bring a brother down. Trust me. Leave it up to a woman to bring a brother down. You know what? And that goes into another thing, man. This Brother Polight was with this girl as his girlfriend. You out with his daughter. Why would the mom let the daughter go with Polight? And I've heard that this is not the first time Polight has messed with an underage girl. But I got no facts or nothing. I can't. There's no charges or anything, so I ain't gonna say nothing about that. But it's just out there. I won't touch on that too much. But why would his girlfriend allow her younger daughter to go to a club with Polight? That does seem fishy. Like she was trying to set him up or something. This is the other side of the coin. Like she was trying to set the brother up. You know what I mean? Like, well, see, me, I would never let my daughter go with a grown man to a club. That's just not gonna happen. They'd have to kill me first. But women do not think like men, especially single women who are raising children that want a man so bad, right? They want to keep a man so bad. So they do crazy stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I've seen single women do a lot of crazy stuff because they're out of their mind, right? They're out of their mind. They chose the wrong mate. He left. Hopefully they see that's where you put brothers on child support, right? I don't have a problem with that. You know what I mean? But this woman, she's questionable also. Because women sometimes have plans for you. You don't know they got plans for you. You're just a part of the puzzle. And if she figures she can get some money out of Polight, she might have let her daughter just go with him to this club. You know what I'm saying? And then come back and say, oh yeah, say he raped you. But the thing that's contradictory to that is that the police saying that the girl has physical injuries. So, if that turns out to be truthful and they prove it in court through a doctor's testimony, man, Brother Polight, I don't want to see no brother sit up in prison because there's been a lot of innocent brothers locked behind bars, like Mumia. You know what I'm saying? Brother Mumia, Abdul Jabbar. There's one brother who spent 40 years in prison I was watching on Democracy Now! And he just got out in Baltimore. No, peace to that brother, because he didn't do nothing. And they locked him away. People from the Black Panther Party, peace and love to y'all. Hopefully Anu is blessing y'all in the afterlife. The sister who the Black Panther Party helped escape from prison that went to Cuba. I forget the sister's name. I think her name was Angela something. But peace to that sister. Beautiful sister. I love you. the nation, the United Nawapi Nation of Moors loves you too. So we got to give it up for our true freedom fighters. Now, is Polight a freedom fighter? No. No, he's not. I think he's self-indulging. Definitely got a big ego. But does that mean he's guilty? No. But is the evidence pointing at him right now from what the police say? Yes. Yes, that is true, brothers and sisters. So, uh, shoot, if he really believes that, or he knows that he's innocent, he'll be able to sleep at night. The ancestors will let the brother sleep at night. But given his character and how he pulling scams, and now you're being allegedly accused of raping a 14-year-old girl because you didn't know how to move. You didn't know how to move, brother. You made a mistake. You don't know how to move. And so you may pay for that mistake. You may pay for that mistake for like a quarter of your life. You know what I'm saying? And I know, and I don't think a lot of brothers in prison like you either. So, because, you've ripped off a lot of people. And you might have put some people in jail from your rip-offs. I don't know. But I heard a lot of people in prison don't like Polight. So if he goes to prison, man, you're not going to be liked. You're not going to be liked. And I pray for you. I pray for you. Yep. Say an Ashutabi. Say an Ashutabi for you, man. That's prayer. You know what I'm saying? Say Ashutabi for you. Because prison ain't no joke, man. I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. Unless you did something heinous, real terrible that you deserve prison time. And rape would be one of them. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, brother, you did not do this. Hopefully you did not do this. So that's all I got to say. How long have I been on here? Oh, I've been on here for an hour already, y'all. I didn't even expect to be on here for an hour, but I felt like I just had to say something because they're trying to tie him into the nation. I'm like, I don't think he's ever part of the nation. There's a lot of brothers who want to do their own thing and try to use the United Nawapi Nation of Moors to do it. And I'm just saying it for the record, he don't really have nothing to do with the nation, especially not this new administration. He don't have nothing to do with it. So, not sure how people are drawing their conclusions there. I can see how they're drawing their connection to our founding father, Dr. Malachi Zadok York El, because he keeps screaming his name out, right? Dr. York, Dr. York. Even if Dr. York is guilty of molestation, he's still my most high. Saying stupid stuff like this. He's connected himself to Dr. York. Now, is the connection real? I heard Dr. York say, get away from this nigga. Get away from this monkey. He ain't part of us. He ain't no Wabian. Get away from him. So if that's what Dr. York is saying, then definitely we have no connection to Brother Polight. He just used our stuff to catapult himself in these little monkey nigga arguments. And now the little niggas don't like him no more. And now he's mad at these niggas. Because that's what niggas do. Niggas get mad at each other. They tear each other apart. They kill each other. They disrespect each other. They wear their pants below their ass so they can have another nigga look at their ass or something. I don't know. Niggas do stuff weird. Nawabian Moors, we don't do that. Sorry, we just... And I laugh about it because it's funny to me in this day and time in 2021 that black people just can't get it together. They just can't get it together. They just can't get it together. It's hilarious to me. So, pardon my frankness or my French, but that's the way I feel about it. It's funny to me, niggers are talking like monkeys and animals, and then that they're saying that they're intellectuals. I'm like, okay, nigga. Okay, Negro, you're intelligent. Maybe in the house of Negro or nigga community, you're intelligent, but in the community of Moors, you're pretty much at the bottom, and you're to be laughed at, not taken seriously. So anyway, I'm gonna give a big wadu to all the Ma'urwa, to all the Moors out there in the Wabi Ma'urwa, and I'm gonna keep it moving. I'll have a live broadcast tomorrow. Right now, this radio. Um, Hopefully, people could be there. And the topic is not selected yet, but by the time we air tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, um, we'll have one. All right. Peace, love, and wadu.